Why did you choose to become a pilot in the Navy?
Well, I didn't have much opportunity in Mississippi where we came from, and I started searching for things that I wanted to do, and I met a couple of people that were in the Navy flying, and so I decided to apply for it.
What was the hardest part of training?
Probably in survival and escape and evasion training, when you put you in a black box to punish you, and it's an iron box where it's only about 2.5 feet by 2.5 feet, and you have to get down on your knees and with your head down. And that wasn't like hard, I mean, as far as training or anything like that. It was hard to endure.
What were the objectives of most of your missions?
The airplane that I was flying had data link between the ship and the airplane and then to the ground, and we were radar and electronic countermeasure, but we could identify targets by GPS positions, and we could send the attack plane to those locations, and we would follow them on radar to and from the ship. But anytime there were any enemy planes in the air, we also could vector or control airplanes to go and shoot them down.
What did you think about the conflict in Vietnam?
Well, I was there to do a job and not to question why. There was some frustration due to the politics that were involved and how Washington handled things.
Did you agree with our government's decision to send troops there at the time?
No, I did not disagree, but I was not in a position to uphold my vow to our country, which means to our government and to our military, to do what I was told to do. So I would be dishonoring what I said I would do if I protested or expressed opposition to that.
What were you feeling the first time you flew in combat, and what happened?
Oh, we call it routine. Everything works like it's supposed to, and we do our job. The military trains you to do things their way, and if you're not willing to do that their way, then you shouldn't be there. See, I was flying over carriers out there well before the war started, so very little difference. Just doing what we're trained to do.
And one last question. Do you still agree with our involvement in Vietnam today?
I've been able to read a lot of history in the years since then. I understand our desire to make the world a better place to live in, and the reasons for that conflict was to try to put a stop to the expansion of communism. And I don't blame us for trying to do that, because at that time communism was trying to take over the whole world. And as it turned out, I think that communism would have failed on its own, but I think that our attempts to curtail it helped. I look at this conflict like I look at a lot of others. That we were well-intentioned, trying to promote democracy. I understand how we got there, but looking back on it, was it worth it? I doubt it.